morning, everybody. Um, my name's Helen Young. I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. And today I'm going to be talking about how to get leads from your sphere. So basically, um, anybody that's part of your organization. Hi, Claire. How are you?
I'm great. I'm hoping my assistant's going to come in. We were on another call. Sorry, I didn't dress for the occasion. Anyway, but I saw that you were doing this and I wanted to come in because you're awesome.
Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. I'm happy to not have to talk to myself this time. So
Is it
awesome.
literally just me? Here's Alyssa. So,
Uh, right
she's
now,
she's
yeah.
my ace in the hole. This is Alyssa, turn on your camera and say hi to Helen. She's awesome. It's
Hello,
just us three in
Alyssa.
here, so I'm glad we came in for her. We were just talking about events yesterday.
We were
I
just
was,
talking about this. Hi.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm like
Amazing.
multitasking, getting ready, and jumped on this. So,
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thanks you guys for showing up. I appreciate it. And I love talking about this. I think like we all have our strengths, and this is definitely one of my strengths is to get repeat business through having fun. So I think it's really important, like all the different details that go into organizing an event, who you invite, like so at any point in time, like during, I have a little PowerPoint slide, but at any point in time, if you have any questions, please feel free to jump in, okay? Because I hate talking to myself. Anywho.
This girl, just for the record, is trying to move right
Yeah.
now, and so I made her come on here. So like,
Ah,
you can turn
okay.
off your camera, Alyssa. It's okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So, generating leads through client appreciation events. I usually have a couple of them a year. I do all kinds of different events. Um, so let me see here. So when you meet somebody, and it starts from, having clients, right? Having clients, but in addition to that, it's just anybody that you meet. I put them into my CRM, and then from there, I turn them into a client, and then I start inviting them to places. So inviting them to basically get to know me. And it's almost the same as like even with agents. That's what I've been doing with agents too, is like starting a mastermind. Um, when I go and invite people to just any kind of like event that I'm going to, like tonight, I'm going to be going to um, a networking event. I invite some of my team members. I have invited other people that are just in my organization so that they can get to know me. And you can get kind of referrals that way too from like other agents and people that you work with, right? So not only like when I think of clients, I not only think of like people who are buying or selling homes. I'm looking for people who are just going to genuinely get to know me, want to work with me, that uh, make them, almost like end up wanting or liking hanging out with me. So then that way they become, in a way, a client, right? Okay. So basically, like a client appreciation event, an event hosted to thank past clients and strengthen relationships while expanding your network. So that's exactly what I just mentioned, right? Like an event can be pretty much anything. Um, and it's just to say thank you. It's to build your relationship and also expand your network. So that is how I approach every client event. So why it works. it builds like trust, right? And then also it builds loyalty to you. So when I invite sometimes I'll even like pay for um, my organization, somebody in my organization, or just a realtor that I met somewhere, or even a client, I'll invite to. I'll host, like the last event I had was a Mother's Day flower arranging um, event. And so I invited like some of my VIPs. So that event actually cost me about $30 a person. And then it was at my sister's flower shop conveniently. And so we just like had about 20 people show up and they were taught how to arrange a bouquet. And then they made the bouquet and they each got to kind of like be creative. At the same time, I brought some like little snacks and some drinks and whatnot. And we just all had a really good time. From that event, I was able to get about three referrals. And these people were really, really excited to bring like a beautiful little bouquet home. So that was definitely something that was really popular. I track all the events too, so I make sure I know how many people actually I got from that particular event. So because I had three clients and my average GCI for that particular, for this particular area in the Bay Area is about like 15 to 20,000 per transaction. So I had three, so that's 45,000. And I think I spent like, I don't know, $300 for generating those leads. So, because, it builds trust and loyalty and it encourages referrals, creates like an organic networking opportunity. So that's really where I come from is I show up who I am and I organically build the opportunities, right? And then it also strengthens my brand. The people know me. So what are client events? They are basically anything. Like, do you guys have any events that you guys have thrown? Um, we've done like after somebody buys a home, I've offered to pay for their housewarming party. So I'll say like, oh, let me bring the food, let me bring the drinks, for their housewarming party. That way I get to meet all of their friends and family so that they can see that I'm introduced as their realtor. They're usually like, oh yeah, she bought all the food or she, got all the drinks and whatnot. So that's something that I have offered to do. You can do movie nights. So inviting your past clients, renting out a movie theater, one of the screenings, and then just inviting all your clients to that. You can do community events, right? Workshops or seminars work really well. Just teaching people things. So this I do with like my mastermind with like helping to recruit agents into EXP. So that's been something that was really nice and just learning together also, because I always learn something from all of the events that I host as well. So I always get something from it. I love people and just being around people. So I love just being able to host things that give something of value to others, right? And then family and other like friends, like I'll host a 4th of July party at my house because I can see fireworks from the, deck. So I invite all of like my close family and friends, and they can come and spend some time with me. I never actually talk about real estate at all at the events. Only if they ask me, and it usually I try to shorten it up quite a bit. So they'll say like, "Oh yeah, how's the real estate market?" And I'll go, "Oh, like it's depends on if you're buying or selling. Right now, it's this and that." But I would say something like, "I'd love to talk to you more about it. Can I call you on Monday between 11 and 12 and we can talk more?" So I try not to bring business into fun. So that's how I organically, like, they don't think I'm bringing them there just to get business. So that's how I approach the events. So planning your event. I think it's really important that you set like clear goals, right? Like, who are you going to invite? Your leads, your referrals, your friends. Are they going to be friends and family? Are they going to be realtors? Are they going to be just your VIP clients? Like, what's your goal here? Like, what are you trying to accomplish with this particular event? Um, and then choosing a theme. So, like, is it going to be 4th of July? Is it a pictures with Santa? Is it a Halloween pumpkin giving party? Is it Easter, right? Like, what's your theme? Like, why are they there? And like, why would they want to come, right? And then setting a budget. So I used to do all the events on my own. So I used to pay for everything and until I realized from other agents, right? That's the great thing about EXP is that we're connected to a large organization. And so some of the agents were like, oh no, I get like lenders, I get my vendors, I get them to participate in giving me an allowance of some sort, a contribution to throw the events. So my last Christmas party client appreciation, um, I was able to secure like several vendors to give us raffle baskets. They gave us a bunch of, some of them sent me gift cards, like Amazon gift cards, Starbucks gift cards, like, so I can, you know, give those to my clients and they feel so great. Like, even if it's like a $10 Starbucks gift card, if you win it, like everybody loves winning, right? So, it's that whole idea of like, okay, um, I am able to take something with me. I had a client that won the last two client events. So she was like, yeah, like, I won twice. And she was really excited. So get your lenders, people you work with to help you out with your budget. They are more than happy to help. You're the one giving them all the business, right? Because usually you don't really get referrals from lenders, maybe once in a while, but you're always referring out. So you might as well establish that relationship with them and create that loyalty even with your vendors. And then setting a convenient location. So where are your clients? Mine are across the Bay Area, so I try to do it semi local. So sometimes I will throw an event in my county and then that I live in, and then I will try to do some other events kind of around the Bay so that we can connect with other people in other areas if they don't want to drive so far. And then scheduling strategically. So I've noticed that, if you set a day or time that is too close to the holidays, or it's like their kids are on vacation and stuff like that, and most of the time they're out of town. So actually the date is super important as well. So make sure that you pick a date that's in line with, like, not connected to any like, you don't want to plan it the week of Christmas, for example, or even a week before because people are super busy. Okay. Um So, who are you inviting? Like, inviting the right people is super important. So, past clients, current prospects. Like, when you think of, a client appreciation, I've invited people that are, that I'm now working with. So, current prospects, friends and families of clients. Like, I always bring them on as well because you just never know where the referral is going to come from. So the more people, the better. You're already in a place where you're offering, all this love. So why not extend it to one more person, two more people, 10 more people, Of course, you have to cap it at some point, but you really can extend it because you're already there, right? And then local community members. So if you can invite like somebody that is influential in your community, that would be really helpful. Especially if it is like, let's say a mastermind or something like that. You want to invite the people that people look up to or people who are respected in your community, right? And then you always want to encourage your guests to bring a friend. So this is the most important part, lead capture, right? So you do this event and everybody's there, they're showing up. Um, Now what do, right? You want to get information. So that's why I do the raffles, right? I have them fill out a form. Um, I didn't used to always do this, but this is super important, is getting their information so you can add them to the CRM and you can let them know that you want to invite them to the next event, right? We're having events all the time. I want to keep you updated. So we definitely want to get their information at the time of the event because otherwise you're really losing a lot of opportunity here. You're bringing in people, you're spending the money, and it's about your ROI, right? So you definitely want to get a sign-in sheet, some type of QR code. I feel like the last time I did like QR codes all around so that they can use the QR code, sign in, and enter the raffle at the same time. So that's how I did it, and almost everybody registered. Um, so engagement, right? Like you're hosting this event, and in all of my events, what I've learned is that I love like just going around and introducing myself to people that I don't know, right? Because they're bringing in people and I definitely love connecting. That's definitely one of my strengths. So I love connecting with people, but it's just like a short, like a really short intro and then just saying hi and whatnot, but I'll personally follow up later. And then I encourage like the people to talk to others. They usually do. And then it becomes like this love fest of just talking about like how their experience was. And then it's in front of new people. I have now engaged like my team members to invite all of their clients and their friends and family and so forth. So it becomes really like almost like a team event too. So it's really, really fun. And then I bring like gifts even for like my team members. And I during the event for the raffle, I also bring on, so the vendors that actually come and sponsor the event, I now have like a banner that I make with their logo so that I can mention them. And then some of them, I actually have them come up and do like a quick 2 to 5 minute talk about like their services. So then they feel like, oh my gosh, this is such a great platform because people that like um, I've worked with before or that have worked with Helen before, worked with our team. So they get to talk a little bit and they love that. Like, where else can you talk to like 100 people that are warm leads? So that's another thing that I have done for engagement so that I get more sponsorship on my next one. Like my financial planner was like, "When's your next one? I want to give you another $1,000." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, let's go." So after the event, I think this is also key is after the event, you want to follow up, right? You want to send thank you messages. You want to send thank you cards for the people that showed up. You want to share event photos. So I do like a little reel on my Instagram about my event so that people feel like FOMO, right? Like they feel like they missed out and they want to come to the next one, right? So I do it on Instagram. It's connected to Facebook. And also, I schedule follow-up meetings for the people who asked me something about real estate. So that is where I am following up to get the business. So this is when you're actually converting. Okay. So now, right, you followed up, you're ready to basically convert, right? Now, what are you doing? You're dropping them into your CRM, you're offering them value, right? You're offering them market updates, tips to for their property. You're offering to send them a CMA. Like, like would you like to know your home value, that type of thing. So, this is when you offer your expertise and you show them what you can offer instead of just telling them. So this is where you show them, you kind of drip on them. You do like exclusive offers, meaning like, for example, um, things that are coming up, right? Like if I know there's like the Dream for All program that we had here in California with like loans and whatnot. So I'll send them that. If there is a new home builder that is offering an incentive, like one home builder was offering like $50,000 incentives for buying with them, like stuff like that. I'm sending that out. So in case they want to buy or in case they have somebody else that wants to buy, they can send me the referral, right? And then of course, like a lot of people don't do this but you have to ask for it. You have to ask for the business. So you did all that work, you threw the event, you fed them, gave them drinks and you gave them love and gifts and all this stuff. And now you have to ask. That's the part that a lot of people don't do. You did all that and then you're just quiet and you're just waiting for them to come to you. So you don't do that. You have to engage them and you have to ask for the referral, whether it's for them uh, when they're ready or for their friends or family. And then staying consistent is always the case with almost every thing you do, right? Whether you go to the gym, like if you're going every day or you're going like 3 times a week or whatnot, like you're going to see results. It's the same thing with like real estate and connecting and following up. So if you remain consistent with your communication, that's how you're going to end up turning the attendees for the client event into actual leads. Okay. So just a couple of things. I'm gonna go through this really quickly because we only have 4 minutes and I want to see if you guys have any questions. But common mistakes are like poor planning. You can't just like show up to your event, not have anything in place, and people are going to talk about that. Like nobody's going to want to come to your next event, right? Not capturing information, lack of follow-up, and making it just too sales focused. Like you definitely don't want to do that. This is a time for you to have fun. You yourself need to have fun. People are going to see you're having fun, and then they're going to have fun and then that's where the referrals are coming because people love to have fun. So final tips is focus on relationships first, keeping it fun and memorable. Be authentic, be you. Like whatever you're good at, whatever is something that you like to do, that's the event you want to throw. Don't do something that you think is gonna grab people or whatnot. you definitely want to just be authentic to yourself and do a fun event that you're going to have fun at. And in turn, like you're just going to organically get people. And then consistency. That is all, guys. Do you guys have any questions?
Do you have like an amount of like consistency? Like how often are you doing these to make it effective?
I
Is
like to
there like a
do,
quarterly event? Or
I like to do like four.
yeah, so four.
I like to do four, and they can be different. So, for example, I'll do like two big ones where I'm just inviting like everybody. And that can be like around like a little over 100 people.
To do what, Helen?
A client event. So, like
Right.
pictures with Santa
Okay. Yeah.
was one of them. A Halloween party. We did a Halloween party where we gave away a bunch of pumpkins and had different stations where the kids could come and like just play. They make crafts. They did a like a what do you call it? A race, like I forget what it's called, but it's like they race in these sacks and they,
All
do
right.
like a bunny hop type
Sack
thing.
race is what it's called,
Yes, a
very
sack race.
simply.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
just another thing for people that don't have a lot of money, like I used to manage a small brokerage. Happy hours. If you're a newer agent, you do happy hours and you don't even have to pay for people. Like, and you just bring the fun, right? Just say, hey, we're meeting here. And that's a really good way to do something without having to spend a lot of money. And then I really liked what you said about timing. I had my Christmas party for my group on December 8th. And when I booked it, it was August and it snows here. And literally the only day it has snowed in the winter was the day I had it. Every single one of them came because it was on a Wednesday, December 8th, and there was parking. Like the venue that I picked, I considered that it might be snowing and that they wouldn't want to park in downtown Boulder. So I did it at a golf course.
nice.
And I had title pay for the booze and a lender split the bill with me. So, and every single one of my team came, people I hadn't seen in forever. So that was, a bit expensive, but that was for retention for my org. And then I do pig roasts in my backyard, and that because I
Nice.
have 3 acres, so it doesn't matter how many people come, we can make it work. So that's another one that I've done that has been overwhelmingly, and I got a photo booth and people took photos with my branding on it. And so, they had something to carry away, but that was literally all they had that had my branding on it or, knew that like I was in real estate, but it was my sphere. So I like everything you said. I agree with it. I just wanted to add the part about the happy hour in case people have money constraints and are trying to entertain people cheaply.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think that's a great ad, Claire. I didn't even think about happy hour, but I have seen other people do it, and I think that's a really good idea. If people love to have drinks, right? And if you don't have to pay for it, even better.
What's up, Helen? This is
Hey,
Miguel.
Miguel.
Hey, I got a quick question for you. So, as far as your raffles and collecting information, do you use a certain system to collect the information, and then do you also do the raffle same day or different day?
Same day, and you have to be present to collect. So if you
Ooh.
leave early or whatnot, you're out, right? So I always tell people that so they come. Um, and then in terms of the how I collect the information, I just do a Google Doc. So I have my VA make the Google Doc, and then I have him make the QR code, and then I just print it. And the I used to have them sign in when we got there, but it required someone to sit there for like the entire time because not everybody comes at one time. But this time, I got a little bit smarter, and each time you're going to get a little bit smarter. and I posted it all around the room, like enter to win the raffle. And that was better.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Mm,
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that's my time. I went a little bit over. Thank you so much for participating, coming on and supporting me. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you all, and see y'all next time.
Thanks,
Bye.
Helen.
Thank you.
Bye.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.